Hello everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sarah and I first met Lauren about 18 years ago at university in Glasgow, and we have been friends ever since. Lauren is the most honest and loyal person I think that I have ever met, and I am so grateful for our friendship. She has been through ups and downs of life with me, come to meet my children when they were born, and watch them grow with us. She is a listening ear in times of crisis and a constant cheerleader for me and for everyone that she loves. As life has evolved for both of us living in different parts of the country, it has been harder to see each other, especially since my children have been born. But whenever we do meet up, it's always as though no time has passed at all. And I value our friendship and Lauren more than I can express. I have loved watching her relationship with Ryan blossom into what they now have. I admire so much that they have both taken the time to understand themselves as individuals, recognizing their flaws individually as well as their value, and shared this with each other to help to build on firm foundations. They enter into this marriage with immense love and respect for each other. And I think the attention to detail they've put into planning this amazing wedding just shows what an amazing team they are together. Anyone who spends any length of time with them can see how right they are for each other and how they complement each other so beautifully. Earlier this year, Lauren and I went for a little spa weekend as a mini hen do, and I surprised her with some questions and answers from Ryan, a little Mr. and Mrs. quiz, if you like. Before doing this, I already knew that Ryan and Lauren were perfect for each other, but I honestly couldn't believe how close their answers were to each other's. It was like word for word situation, and it was a complete surprise, so they had not pre-planned. They were able to guess what each other would say, and I was blown away. We had quite the giggle, didn't we? Ryan knows that Lauren's biggest pet peeve is when he leaves the water around the sink after washing up, and that this drives Lauren mad. And Lauren knows, as she said, or you said in the vows, that she can't load a dishwasher to Ryan's standards. They know each other inside and out, and it has been so wonderful for me to watch Lauren let her silly and vulnerable side out with Ryan, a side of her that takes a long time and a special person to have the privilege to see. Laughter and fun has been central to their relationship from the beginning, and I'm not sure they've stopped making each other smile since they first met, when they met in that bar playing pool. From dancing in the kitchen, competitive mini-golf, selfies with giraffes, parties together, and paddling with sharks, Ryan loves the way Lauren's eyes light up when she smiles, and I have to say that I've never seen her laugh and smile as much as she does when she's with you, Ryan. I have also never seen Lauren so at ease and comfortable with herself and in her own skin than when she is with you. Whatever your souls are made of, his and yours are the same. Lauren, I am so proud of the person that you are, your values and your spirit, your kindness, your loyalty, honesty, and sense of fun. Ryan, thank you for loving my dearest friend so completely, for being her support, her safe place, and for seeing her and knowing her value, which is invaluable. I wish you both a lifetime of happiness together and look forward to hearing all about it and sharing many memories with you. So if you would all like to please raise your glasses to the bride and groom. To the bride and groom. And it's now my pleasure to pass you over to Mark for his Father of the Bride speech, which we've heard many things about Mark. All from you, Mark.
Well,
Did you want
that
it?
was a fabulous speech. I don't know how I'm going to follow that, honestly. Thank you so much. You said so many of the things that I always think, but I'll have to try, won't I?
You've gone already.
Yeah, I've gone already. Well, you start our formalities. Anyway, sorry. Hello, everyone. My name is Mark, and for those who do not know me, I am the proud father of this beautiful bride. Firstly, I would like to welcome you all, and I know some of you have travelled a fair distance, so thank you all for being here. And I know it means a lot to Lauren and Ryan on a special day. You knew it. Special thanks also to my lovely wife, Margaret, for bringing Lauren into the world. She has always done her best for Lauren, always been there for Lauren, and loves her dearly, as of course I do. We'll try and get it straight now, sorry. From a young age, Lauren became a little bit of a water baby. From me spending hours throwing those colourful plastic sinkers in hotel pools while she dived down to retrieve them. Or when she was a little older, wanting to race me from a shoreline of her favourite childhood holiday spot in Menorca. I'll share a few more little stories with you. Lauren was about 3 years old. It was a lovely sunny warm weekend. We decided to go to the seaside. We got there, we parked up, we went straight to the beach, laid out our blanket, put up the parasol. Luckily, it was high tide, so in no time at all, we were in the water, paddling around, having a great family time. We stopped to have a snack for lunch, and Lauren fell asleep on Margaret's lap. I settled back and enjoyed a nice cup of relaxing tea. A while later, we were shocked out of our slumber by Lauren. She woke up and screamed out, "Who pulled the plug out?" Of course, in the time Lauren had fallen asleep, the tide had gone out and the sea was hundreds of yards away. Another little tale, which has only been reminded me by today, actually. So this is a completely hot hack one. When we were a young family, Lauren was about 6, I think it was. We were driving up to Margaret's parents in Scotland, and we stopped at a motorway service station. And Lauren, being Lauren, she loved the Skittles. She loved, everyone knows the Skittles. And we went in, and you used to put 20p in a little machine and turn the screw. Well, we went in there, we put 20p and turned the screw, and kept turning the screw, and Skittles just kept pouring out. These Skittles I think we had a bag virtually. We emptied the machine. So for 20p, it wasn't bad, was it? You thoroughly enjoyed that one. Anyway, I'll move on to another little tale. Lauren was a bit older. I think you were about 10 or 11. I'm not 100% sure. We'd hired a narrow boat. It was steered by a tiller at the back. I'd allowed Lauren to have a go at steering during the day, and she was doing a great job. We were having a great day. I needed a call of nature and asked Lauren if she would be okay steering for a few minutes while I popped below deck. Just as I was finishing, there was a screaming shout of, "Dad!" I quickly zipped up, ran up the deck to find that we were heading straight for this luxury cruiser. I mean, I quickly grabbed the tiller and pushed it in a completely opposite direction. And I don't know how we missed it. We missed it by the poor old little canal boat in this big cruiser. Oh, we were lucky. That was good. Anyway, I'll move on. I always knew Lauren was kind and determined and a competitive person. Yeah. And as a family, we were so proud when she passed her degree at Glasgow University and has gone on to her career as a lawyer. It was while living in Scotland that Lauren discovered a liking for ice hockey. She has now passed that on to both myself, Margaret, and Christina, her sister, and now Ryan. So we all now love our ice hockey. Well, when Ryan and Lauren got together, I got to know him a little bit better. And it didn't take me long to realise how much he cared for her. And since meeting Ryan, I can also say that he has brought love into her life. And she has added a quietly comfortable and confident happiness that I see. It's good. I'm so glad to welcome you, Ryan, and the family of Ryan into our family. So that's lovely. Thank you. Now, I know that both Ryan and Lauren, especially Lauren, have a liking for chocolate. So let me offer you just a little bit of advice in relation to chocolate, to your life. Together with something that's always struck me as worth a guiding principle to life. It's the famous words from the maker of the enduring Mars bar. A Mars a day helps you work, rest and play. Now, I wouldn't suggest you have a Mars bar every day, but I would suggest that in life you enjoy your work. You work diligently. Well, I'm sure you do anyway. You make time for rest. Like the other Mars bloke said, Mr. Bruno, sung in his lazy song. Hang on, I forgot to sing this bit. No. Today I don't feel like doing anything. Just have a lazy day. It's good for you. And then when you're out with other people and by yourself, have plenty of fun and laughter playing. It's great. Just play. Even as an adult, you can play. And for each of you now, one for you, and one for you. Okay? You happy? Now, I'm not suggesting you eat them today, because a little birdie has told me that you couldn't even decide which pudding to have today. So you shared all three of them. Now, I don't know if that's true, but that's what I got told. So, ladies and gentlemen, please raise a glass with me to my beautiful daughter and my wonderful, and her wonderful new partner. Should have read that bit. To Lauren and Ryan. to Lauren and Ryan.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, I must pass you on now to Rachel. I'm very sorry. I'm all over the place.
Fabulous.
Thank you very much.
Hello, everybody. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Rachel, and I am Ryan's sister. And Ryan asked me to speak today in the role of best sibling, which I think we can all agree is a huge improvement on a best man. And I guess I've had the privilege of knowing Ryan, well, his whole life, which is probably more than a lot of people in this room. So I have a lot of stories I can share today, and I've adopted the same principle of like a best man speech here. But don't worry, I've edited quite heavily, although there may still be a few surprises. So when I started thinking about what I wanted to say today, it reminded me just how many happy memories I have from us growing up together, memories that I will always cherish. And some of my favourites come from when we were little, particularly our bath time games. One of our favourites was a game called Bubblitis. The concept was super simple. Ryan had to get covered head to toe completely in bath bubbles. And simple as it was, we just found it hilarious. So for those of you who have any interest in seeing the photos, I'm very happy to share them later today. And this is also where our dear friend Mickey Mouse, who you'll be seeing on your honeymoon, came into play, because Ryan would have his face completely covered in bubbles, stand next to Dad in the mirror, and they would shave on their face, two of them taking it very seriously. So I just wanted to, have you upgraded since then? Because I know you can be like super meticulous about your hair, so, and I don't want you to miss a spot on your big day.
Thank you so much.
That's okay. That is actually yours, by the way. Now, I wouldn't always say it's the case. We definitely had our fair share of sibling squabbles, but Ryan and I did actually get along quite a bit as we were growing up. Ryan was constantly trying to get me to play games, computer games or PlayStation with him. Sometimes I joined willingly. We played a lot of Rodney's Fun Screen, and that theme tune will be ingrained in my memory forever. But sometimes he had to negotiate. And by negotiate, I mean he would agree to play Mary, Kate and Ashley games with me, just so that he had somebody to play with. And family has always been incredibly important to Ryan, and a huge part of that was his relationship with our Nana and Grandad. And while he loved both unconditionally, Ryan was absolutely our Grandad's mini-me. He followed him everywhere, off tinkering in his tool shed, down the garden, riding around on the back of his lawnmower, and helping with any jobs that he had. And in the summer holidays, we used to love staying at our Nan and Grandad's caravan with them in Eccles before we had our own. I don't know if most mornings started with us standing at the window in our pajamas, saluting as the man in the bungalow across from us raised his flag. And the days then often ended up helping them cut up on their machine their never-ending supply of broad beans, using Grandad's old machine, and Ryan following Grandad around on his bike everywhere he was going and helping him out on whatever he had going on that day. I think both of their days was the annual sports day, where Ryan got to help Grandad paint the sports day lines on the field. And you'd see Grandad running around afterwards, like redoing it all. And I know these memories mean so much to Ryan too, and I wouldn't mind betting that it's Grandad who's laid the foundations for Ryan's career path as an engineer. From tinkering in the shed to Formula student at university, where we loved cheering you on, and now working at Toyota, even getting sent to Japan on some top secret projects. Ryan, Nana and Grandad would be so proud of the man that you've become today. And I guess while we're on the subject of Ryan's unexpected talents, some of you may not know that Ryan is also a musical theatre star. His entire theatrical career consisted of one show, where he played boxer Leroy in Bugsy Malone. And it was a brief but memorable career, the favourite part, I think, being able to use the silly string gun on stage. But I think we can all agree that you kind of wisely stepped out at the right point, at the peak of your success. And another thing you probably know about Ryan is he's always been slightly obsessed with sausages. Something he probably also inherited from Grandad. Ryan would regularly try to persuade Grandad to share his very carefully sliced sausage that he meticulously placed on his cracker bread every morning for breakfast. And Ryan's love of sausages continued, so much so that one Christmas, Grandad wrapped Ryan up a huge coiled sausage under the tree, and it probably still goes down as one of his favourite Christmas presents ever. And our family has had a lot of kind of traditions and a lot of laughter just like that. Friday nights would mean robot wars and fish and chips, and on swimming nights, when Dad and I would go out, we'd come home to find Mum and Ryan snuggled up in bed watching television together. And Christmas has brought its fair share of happy memories and far too much food as well, because it's never Christmas at ours without a buffet and a chicken vol au vent. And Christmases together now tend to end up with Dad and Ryan so stuffed that they end up lying on the kitchen floor after dinner, only for Mum and I to catch them about an hour later, sneaking back into the kitchen for that extra stuffing ball and, you guessed it, an extra pig in blanket. Because apparently there's always room for a pig in blanket. But no matter how full we are, there's one tradition that always makes an appearance, and that's the family dance. A dance which in our family everyone thinks that they're the best at. So Dad, Ryan, come on, I think everyone wants to see ya. If you're lucky, we might bust this out later. Come on. Come on. Ready? Thank you. And even now as adults, Ryan and I always make the time to try and call each other. Obviously not as regularly as we would like, but we make the time for at least an hour or so to catch up on what we've been up to, which is lovely. And I love that we still make that time for each other now. And Ryan, I love that you, I remember when you came to visit us all the way in San Francisco, I loved that you made that effort as well. Sam, my husband, took his role as your tour guide very seriously. There were ice cream cookies roughly the size of their heads, and Ryan and I made it our personal mission to ride every cable car line in the city before closing time. But joking aside, Ryan, the proudest moment I've ever had as your sister, you guess it, is your graduation day. I remember standing there waiting for you, and you turned the corner in your graduation gown and your hat, and I completely unexpectedly just burst into tears. Seeing you walk out there, knowing how hard you'd worked and how much you'd achieved, I was just so incredibly proud of you. And then watching you later on the beach, throwing your cap up into the air, it was one of those moments I'll never forget. Ryan, I'm so proud of you, not just for what you've achieved, but the person that you are. You're kind, loyal, thoughtful, and cleverer than you give yourself credit for. And of course, we all know today isn't really about Ryan, it's about Lauren. Lauren, you look absolutely beautiful today. Thank you for loving my brother and for making him so happy. And although I may no longer be officially an Oakley myself, it's very special and important to say this properly today. Welcome to our family. It's lovely to gain a new sister-in-law. And if I can offer you just one additional piece of marriage advice, a happy marriage to Ryan, the answer may involve a sausage. So just... Ryan, you'll always be my little brother. I'll always have the embarrassing stories, many of which I simply haven't had time to say today. And I'll always remind you that I am technically the better sibling. But truly, I couldn't be prouder to stand here today on your wedding day, so thank you for giving me this opportunity. So please, everybody, raise a glass to the new Mr. and Mrs. Oakley, Ryan and Lauren. And now the main man himself. You're so welcome. I love you. You got this.
Right, now I've got to follow that. So, family, friends, anybody just here for the cake, welcome. For those of you who don't know me, which you should by now, but I'm Ryan, and on behalf of my wife and I, although my wife, I can't believe I finally get to say that, we would like to welcome you to our special day and thank you all for coming. We're thrilled to have so many of our close family and close friends surrounding us today. Some of you have travelled a long way here, including my sister, my brother-in-law and my nephew, wherever he's gone from, I think he's gone for a nap, from across the pond, and for that we're truly honoured. Thank you as well for your gifts and generous contributions to our honeymoon. I can honestly say it wouldn't be the same without all of you here today, although it probably would have been a lot less stressful making this speech to an empty room. Firstly, I feel it's my duty to say that Lauren has worked so hard and put so much effort into making today possible. I've been so amazed watching her plan this wedding, and her organisation skills have completely blown me away, although I already knew how well organised you were. She's organised and arranged things that I would never have even considered, and has gone into so much detail and really has thought about everything. So I think I can speak on behalf of everyone here today when I say that you've done an incredible job, and we want you to enjoy today without any worries you may have. Next, I'd like to say a few thank yous. First, I want to say a very big thank you to my big sister Rachel, not only for being an amazing big sister and for everything you've done for me over the years, but for stepping up today and delivering a great speech. Growing up with you has given me a lifetime of memories, some I'm very grateful for, and some I knew I could count on you to bring up today to embarrass me. It means so much to me that you're part of this big day today. Next, I'd like to thank my new in-laws, Mark, Margaret, and Christina. From the moment Lauren introduced me, you've welcomed me with open arms, treated me like one of the family, and haven't spared me from the occasional raised eyebrow. Whenever either Lauren or me have needed anything, you've always been there to help. Whether that's taking us to the airport at stupid o'clock in the morning, not complaining when we buy you another garden plant or garden ornament, or even taking me to the doctors when I was too ill to drive myself. I know handing over your daughter to someone like me can't have been an easy decision, but I promise I'll do everything I can to take care of her and make her happy. I also want to take this opportunity to say something I don't say often enough. Thank you to my mum and dad. You've always been there with advice, love, and on occasion, subtle hints that my clothes don't match, or that I might need to iron my shirt before leaving the house. You've taught me so much from resilience and kindness, how to tie my shoelaces, why you should never eat yellow snow, and that because I said so is a perfectly valid argument. I'm the man I am today because of you. To our incredible bridal party, Sarah, Christina, what a team you've been together with Lauren. You all look absolutely beautiful, but you've also been the best support system Lauren could have asked for. You've kept Lauren calm, you've kept her laughing, and looking gorgeous, but not that she needed any help with that. Finally, to the brilliant suppliers who've made today possible, some of whom you won't have seen and aren't here right now, but have worked tirelessly in the background, so thank you. To all the staff at Hanbury and Jenkinson's for looking after us today and providing us with such a fantastic meal. To Grant and Lucy for what I'm sure will be beautiful photos and videos. To Louise for her incredible styling and florals, which I'm sure we can all agree with. Jo for her cake, which I know Lauren and me are absolutely desperate to dig into. Chris, our DJ for the evening, who won't be here yet. Scott for recreating our first date, playing mini golf. And to anyone else I've forgotten, who I'm sure Lauren will remind me about the moment I sit down. It doesn't get said enough, but today absolutely wouldn't have happened without you. So thank you. And now, I guess, to the heart of it all, my beautiful bride and wife, Lauren. Over the last couple of weeks, I've regularly been asked if I'm nervous. The answer was that yes, of course I was nervous. Nervous about the ceremony, the first dance, and especially this speech. However, I feel so lucky to have found a bride who not only has the same sense of humour as me, but is beautiful and kind. You have a gorgeous smile, and seeing that smile and hearing a laugh at any time of the day puts a smile on my face. So no, I'm not nervous, as I know that even though I don't always make the right decisions in life, I never had a single doubt that getting married to you will be the best thing that I will ever do in my life. Lauren also asked me not to embarrass her during the speech, so I promise I won't. I won't share how at times she can be so clumsy that she once dropped a whole punnet of blueberries in the middle of a supermarket and we watched them scatter up and down the aisleways and under trolleys. Or how a few months into dating, she was so keen to impress me that she grated a whole onion for a curry recipe. Now, I don't know if anyone's ever tried grating an onion, but on behalf of 2020 Lauren, do not do it. Although it does make for some great photos. So if anyone wants to see those later, I'll be at the bar. But anyway, on a serious note, I have tried really hard to put into words how I feel about Lauren or pick out a specific story that sums her up. However, there's too many to choose from. So what I've ended up with is a disorganised list of random observations about her, which probably sums me up more than Lauren. These were meant to be summarised into cute little anecdotes about why I love her. But it's ended up turning into a series of random thoughts about what I love about her instead. So here we go. She probably likes penguins more than anyone else in the world, and absolutely can't wait for her honeymoon, where she gets to go and see them up close at SeaWorld. She hates it when I don't listen, which, judging by some of the disapproving looks and eye rolls she gives me, is most of the time. She can't go more than 30 minutes without satisfying her sugar craving. And I'll regularly find discarded empty packets of caramel nibbles or mini eggs dotted around the house, sometimes in drawers in the bedroom. I've also never seen her more happy than when she did an Ocado order for 72 cans of Iron Brew and nothing else. Lauren is that obsessed with Iron Brew that that's all she wanted, and was so excited for it you can't put into words. So I think, yeah, we can thank Margaret for that one. And also, she could nap, and she would nap for 23 hours a day if she could. And I think that's what she'll want to do tomorrow after today is over. But she also makes everyone around her feel valued and loved. She's one of the kindest people that I know, and is so unbelievably intelligent that she doesn't give herself credit for. She sees the things that no one else does. The tiny details, the little moments that make life so much brighter, and every day feels like an adventure that I'm so lucky to be on with you. So today, I'm so happy that I get to marry my best friend. You make me laugh when I need it the most, support me when things are difficult, and believe in me when I doubt myself. I love how we can be completely ourselves with each other, whether that's laughing over something silly or sitting doing nothing at all. Whether it's off at the ice hockey or on Sundays planning our groceries and meals for the week to come. We've had the most amazing journey so far and done so much in our 5.5 years together. We've been on plenty of holidays, although I'm kind of hoping our holiday curse of bad hotels and crazy interactions with people doesn't follow us onto our honeymoon. We've had countless laughs together, and we've made so many great memories. And I can't wait to make many more great memories with you as we start this new chapter together. So, one final thing from me, and then I'll let you all get drunk and party. Let's raise a glass to love, to laughter, to the incredible future ahead of us, and most importantly, to Lauren, my wife, and my best friend. I'm so lucky to go through life by your side, and I can't wait for all the adventures to come. So, cheers.